A piece of hair on my screen. Oh, Lord. Good coffee. Come out wherever you are. I'm so lonely. Trying to clean my screen. Shall I sing? Maybe that'll bring people in. that'll actually send people running if I started to sing. Oh gosh. I'm not. Please tell me I'm not privatized. No, public. My microwave. Okay, should I talk to myself? I don't know what to do when nobody shows up. Everybody was up late. Everybody's sleeping in. Everybody's at work. What's going on? Come on. Somebody talk, please. Oops. Can't see what's going on here. Okay, 3 minutes and no one's here. I might go off, but I promised someone that she could come up today. So I'm going to keep that promise. So I'll just let you all talk when you come in. Can you even hear me? Oops, so I'm making a fool out of myself. Good coffee, though. Simon. Yeah, you're the only one. I thought I was going to be all alone. I was just gonna walk away and let people just come in and talk amongst themselves. I'm supposed to have someone up on my panel today from Scotland to talk, and I'm kind of you're first, maybe the last. Who knows? So, how are you, Simon? Let's just talk. Let's chit chat. How are you today? How's it? How's it in your neck of the woods? Oh, nothing. I'm gonna go out low later today. I think I might take my phone and film it. See if there's like our malls have closed here. So I might take a drive around and just see what the roads are like and what the traffic's like. A lot of things at the malls closed and a lot of stores are closed and a lot of restaurants are closed. So I'm just curious to see what it's like out there. Carrie, my guest. You want to wait until there's more people here, Carrie? Good afternoon, Carrie in Scotland. Carrie's my special guest today, Simon. And I love the Scottish accents. I can't wait for her to come up. Hey, Kathy. I was starting to think nobody was going to show up. Unsure what to do, though. You'll have to keep me right. Yeah, all you do is follow the link. I'm going to put a link in the chat, and all you have to do is click on it, and it will tell you what to do. It'll take you through the steps. But you want to wait until there's a few more people in here, or doing okay, like most, could be a whole lot better or a whole lot worse. You know what's funny though? I have this dry cough that I get, and I get it a lot, every once in a while. It's just like a tickle in your throat. Now I'm getting it again, and I'm freaking out because I went to the store, and um, so I'm thinking, oh, is this really a dry cough, or is it like the first signs of the virus? Because that's one of the signs. We can wait. I'm free, looking a mess though. You don't have to go on camera, honey, if you don't want to. You can just like come up and not even turn your camera on. You have the option to turn your camera off, so you're fine if you don't want to. My guests yesterday, Ems and Ginger Lark's mom didn't have their cameras on either, so you don't have to. Hi, Kathy. How are you this morning? I think my husband is starting to take this coronavirus seriously because he went to Sam's Club yesterday, got two great big humongous jars of peanut butter. I think I said, "What's that for?" He said, "In case the stores run out of meat." So I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm not a peanut butter eater, but whatever. My profile picture looks better than me today. I'm happy to be seen. Oh, you can. Hey, hon, look at me. I'm like here, like in the morning, and I look like shit every day. If I could be on camera, anybody can. Uh, my, yeah, it's nobody cares about looks, anyways. Not in my chat, and they wouldn't dare say anything derogatory because I would shut them up pretty quick. Aw, Carrie, you're too sweet. The check's in the mail. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I mean, usually when I come on, there's a few people waiting to, talk, but waving at the lurkers. Yeah. Yeah. There could be a few hate watchers too, because I've had a few of those lately. Simon, you're so funny. At least I have a wrench in here. So now I have this tickly cough, and now that I'm coughing like I've got it, I'm like, oh God, I hope it's not the starts of this stupid coronavirus. But the good news is China, I guess, hasn't reported any new cases, so I think it needs to run its course. I miss hugging and kissing my grandchildren. Damn coronavirus. Exactly. We can't even go visit them. Um, they're out of school, and it sucks because we can't even visit them. So everybody's in self quarantine. Like, my my stepson owns a video store. He's losing business. It's and he's got three little girls. Welcome to all. I hope my Scottish accent, and I hope you will understand me. Carrie, if they don't, just talk slower or whatever, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. I know sometimes I have a problem understanding the Scottish accents, but um, you know, just tell me when you're ready to come up, and I'll throw out the link, and you can come up, and we can just chit chat. Um, the virus is scaring me also. You will be missing our family, Carla. We're all FaceTiming. Yeah, that's what we're doing, FaceTiming and talking with each other through Facebook. Hi, Amanda. So the National Guard is coming to my city tomorrow. Where's your city? If you don't want to dox yourself, that's okay. I understand. I always forget that some people don't want anybody to know where they are. So, wow, that's big. Oh, Chicago. Yeah. Well, excuse me. Pittsburgh is pretty much shut down. The malls, I mean, it's like a ghost town in here. And I have a school that's not too far from me, and I usually used to hear the buses go by and stuff, and now it's just like it's nothing. Hi, Bluebird. How are you, sweetie? Hi, travel vlogger. Wow, some people are coming. So, Carrie, whenever you're ready to come up, let me know and I'll throw out the link. Well, it's going to be interesting for sure. It sure is. Um, and my husband thinks, and this is him thinking, like he's not a doctor or anything, but he thinks it's going to run its course and then we're going to be okay. Mandy, Mandy. Okay, you want to come up? I'm going to throw out the link, Carrie. Carrie's going to be my special guest today. There you go, sweetie. Just follow the instructions. It'll take you backstage, and then I will click on to you on here. Just click on that link. How was everybody this morning? I didn't think anybody was going to show up. I was here for like almost 4 minutes before Simon finally came in. I'm like, thank God. Oh, here we are. Here she is. Carrie.
Hi
Hi.
everyone. I'm
Oh,
so nervous.
oh, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous.
And I've got a mum bun, so excuse the hair's a
Oh,
mess.
you're fine. You're fine. So it's
I'm
nice.
even shaking.
Oh, don't be. Yeah, so it's nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you, Carla. Hi to everyone. I can't see chat though, so bear
Oh,
with me.
um, do you have another device? Do you have a phone or anything?
Oh, I'd have to go search, and it's okay. Anybody
Okay,
wants to
okay,
ask me any questions, it's fine. Give me
okay.
2 minutes just to settle down a little bit because I'm a little bit nervous.
Um, if you look to the side, I think there's a thing where it says comments to the
Um,
side of
where's that?
StreamYards.
I only
There's a
see
thing that,
audio, video, flip. Oh, chat. Is that it?
yeah, I think that's the chat. That might be
Right.
where the
Okay.
people are if you click on it.
Right.
Hi,
I've clicked
Becky.
on it.
Can you see the chat now?
No yet. Is can everyone hear me okay? And is my accent not too broad?
Becky says cute accent. Hello,
Oh,
Carrie.
thank you very much.
Bluebird on my shoulder is saying hello,
Good
Carrie.
morning. Well, it's good afternoon in Scotland, but good morning in America or wherever you're all from.
Um,
No, I can't see any chat, Carla. I don't know what I've done wrong.
oh, you didn't do anything wrong. I don't know if you can when you're a guest on here.
Can
Um,
you still see me?
yeah, I can see you.
Right.
Like I'm
Okay.
fine.
Right. Okay. I don't know how to get back to seeing yourself. Sorry guys, I'm not very great at this. This is my first time ever being on um camera
Hello.
apart from family, so bear with me. Um
Oh, she left. You might have to. Hi, crazy nurse Granny. She might have to click on the link again. Carrie, if you can't see the chat, you let me know if you need the link again. Okay. Okay, honey. That happens, believe me. I've clicked out of my own chat sometime. So I'll throw out the link again and you can come back on. There you go. Oops. Hi, Carrie. Welcome back.
Hi everybody, this time it's working. Right, I'll
Okay.
have try and hide how horrible I look today, so sorry everyone.
So what time is it in Scotland?
It is currently 12:15. It's
Okay.
lunchtime.
So you are about what? 8, 9,
Yes.
4 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So,
Okay. I'm just starting to settle a little bit, and then I could talk to everyone. So,
okay.
we're
So,
going to talk about stalkers or anything if you want, because
yes,
I'm happy to talk about what I've been through.
yes. Carrie's going to talk about her nightmare of being stalked. For how many years were you stalked?
It actually happened via work to start with, so I'll give you a bit of history. Does everyone understand how I'm talking and everything? Because I'm worried about my accent, because a lot of
Um,
Scottish accents are very broad.
okay, press 1 if you can understand what Carrie's saying. She's going to talk about her experience with a stalker. Please press 1 if you can understand her. Mandy says 1. Maybe if you could just talk slow, like a little slow,
It's
and then
nerves.
people will,
It's nerves.
yeah, people can understand you.
Okay.
So yeah, go
Right.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi to everyone. I'm happy to disclose I'm an open book, as I've said in Carla's chats previously. And so any questions, I'm sorry, I can't see chat. So after I'm finished, if Carla, you could let me know if there's any questions, I'm happy to answer. I was a housing manager for 26 years for the Scottish Government. So what that entailed was looking after people that were vulnerable and had problem with rent arrears, evictions, abuse they've had via like from carers, or just helping people that really need help. And I had to report a case of sexual and financial abuse to one of my tenants that I was supporting. And from then on, my life became hell. Someone set out to destroy my career, my home life, my online life. It was a total nightmare. Am I coming across okay now? Because my nerves are settling a little bit.
Does everybody understand what she's saying? Let me know. Simon says you sound fine. So
That's okay. Thank you. And sorry. So I reported a tenant relative due to abuse, severe abuse, and then give me a wee minute. Oh, it's hard to talk about as well. So,
okay, just take your time, honey.
um, right. After working all these years looking after people, the first complaint went in against me anonymously, accusing me of bad practice. And if you work, Simon will go understand, because he lives in the UK, how our legislation and how our government acts towards care and care practices, things like that. So, because I was reported for bad practice, I had to go, excuse me, I'm like you with a tissue.
You're okay.
Because I reported the abuse, someone then reported me for bad practice, and I had to go through a 6-month investigation. Looking into my whole career, everyone I've ever worked for. Luckily, well, not just luckily, but I had a good reputation, and I won my case. It doesn't just end there then. I was then accused of theft, and I'll give you a bit of the background to that theft. My sister lost her husband to melanoma. He was 37. And I'm happy to talk about this because all the information I can tell you is online anyway. We raised over £21,000 for my late brother-in-law. His name's Scott McIntyre. Carla, I'm happy to talk about that because the information's public. It's public knowledge. It's been online. It's been in newspapers. So we raised £21,000, and this anonymous stalker reported me for stealing all the charity money that my family raised, and I had to go through a. Is everyone okay? Still hearing me okay
Is
and everything?
everybody understanding everything? I think they are because
Yeah.
I really think they are.
It's amazing how makeup makes you look better in a profile picture, because I look terrible
You look fine.
today.
Please, you look lovely.
Right, it's just nerves. I'm starting to settle a little bit.
Just
Right, so
talk a little
sorry.
bit slower for me because
Right,
I'm the one that has
right.
a problem. Okay.
So an investigation after the theft accusation happened. I was reported to the police. for theft. I was arrested, I was interviewed, and I didn't face charges because I didn't steal any charity money. I didn't touch anybody's money. Now, if anyone wants to go online and enter the name Scott McIntyre, they will see £21,000 was raised for the Beatson Hospital in Glasgow, and that hospital received that money. And there's letters from the charity acknowledging that they received that money. So this anonymous stalker accused me of bad practice, theft, and the next accusation, they were accusing me of basically filling out my paperwork wrong that led to an accusation of fraud.
Wow.
So that then led to court, and I won my case in court. And you know what, Carla, the sad thing? This stalker was protected all the way
Oh yeah.
because the person was anonymous, and they did this to me. They broke into my house. They destroyed our car, our family car. They trolled me online. They wrote horrible, horrible stories, accusing my husband of doing inappropriate things, accusing myself. And anyway, policing and lawyers were involved, and I won everything in court.
Good for
So
you.
the stalker didn't win, but all the stress affected my heart and caused me to be really ill. And I was medically retired, and I'm happy, Carla, to send you all documentation to prove everything I've talked about. I'm happy to send you an email, my medical retirement paperwork from my employer. I'm happy. Anything anybody needs to know, I'm happy to send to you confidentially that you could back up what I'm telling you.
Oh, I believe you. You don't need to back me up. I'm honestly, I believe you. You don't need to send me any proof. I can
Oh, but
see.
you know what it's like on YouTube land. If
Oh
you
yes,
tell someone something, they
I
need
definitely
evidence.
know about that. I definitely
So
know about that. I've been through that. But I believe everything you're telling me. I mean, you
that's
have
why
no.
I've said the name of my brother-in-law, and anybody can Google all the information regarding the charity money it was raised, and everything I'm saying can be backed up legally. And I'm
Right,
allowed to talk about this because it's public.
right.
It's
Um,
been hell, though.
no,
It's
I
been
believe
hell.
it. And how many years was this you have to go
This
through?
went on for 4 years between.
4 years. Oh my God. That's awful. That's a
So
nightmare.
it took me a year of watching everyone on YouTube to build up the confidence because this person was out to destroy me. And let them try it now because lawyers will be involved again. But I know who it is. They've slipped up. I can't say the person's name online. I would get charged for slander, so I can't do that.
Right.
And it's just been awful. So if anyone wants to ask any questions or have been through stalking, I'm happy to talk about it.
Does anybody have any questions for Carrie about her experience or um, anything? I don't think anybody wanting proof of anything that you've been through. I could see how upset you were when you first came up. Um,
Mm-hmm.
this is why some people want to stay anonymous online because of stories like yours. You know,
Yeah.
things can start out in real life and spill out onto the internet. And some people just are not comfortable with their names being out there or whatever, you know.
What my lawyer advised me to do, because I kept off all social media apps during all the investigations, what my lawyer did say was to keep myself protected is to just disclose my own name, because if anything's said in a false name, that goes against you when it comes to a court of law in the UK. So I decided it was hard after watching all the YouTubers that I love for a year to pluck up the courage to start coming into chats. I'm
Crazy
not going
nurse,
to name,
crazy nurse
sorry,
Granny is asking, did the stalker get charged? I think he did. He did get
sorry,
charged. Did the stalker get charged? He
then
never got
they're not,
charged. He was
because the
never charged.
person remained well, it's a female, I could disclose the sex of the person because I know who it is. But because the person that's anonymous that does report you is protected, because if I was guilty of all these charges, that person has to be protected for vigilante behaviour, for loads of different things. So they've got to protect the complainant. You're basically on your own when it comes to defending yourself.
But you weren't guilty.
No, I've won all my case. I've won everything. I could send you
And they
everything. I've got
protected
everything. And they
and they
protected the
protected your
person.
stalker more than they protected you.
Yes, yes. And
Anybody
that
else?
happens to a lot of people, not just in the UK, but I've spoken to a lot of people online, and it's more common than you know. The stalkers are always
I
protected.
think I've heard that. The stalkers are usually people get stalked and then they protect the stalkers and they don't protect the victims as
And
much.
also the police always tell you when it comes to a stalking case or online bullying, it's always someone close to you. Always.
Noni May is sending you prayers, Carrie.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Everybody's like supporting you in the chat.
Thank
So,
you so much.
yeah. And I don't,
Anybody, I'm an open book, as I've said to Carla. I'm happy. I've spoken to Marsha. She's another YouTuber that I've got to know
mhm.
because I went into a YouTube chat room. I'll be honest and tell you what happened. And I was called fake. I was called a liar for being nice.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
bullied out of a YouTube room. So
That's
you
well,
and Marsha
that's more
are
common. That's more common than you think. People, if you're
found
too
that.
nice, they say that you're fake.
Mhm.
If you're mean, I don't know. That's
I
that's
always,
that's a shame, but it's more common than you think. Because I've
yeah,
been
you're
told
so
that
right.
too. Oh, she's so fake. Look, she pretends to be nice, but she's a bitch. But whatever. I am what I
Carla,
am.
I'm not just saying this to blow, to just say this. Um, what you see is what you get with myself, and I hope people that get to know me will see that. But you're one of the kindest, most loving, welcoming YouTubers, along with another YouTuber that's been lovely to me, that I've experienced in this whole YouTube community. Don't get me wrong, I haven't been in a lot of chats,
Mhm.
and I initially came to YouTube due to my sister-in-law was murdered, and I started wanting to watch true crime, and that's the reason I came to YouTube.
Right. And Simon says convicted sexual molesters here in the United States, once free, have more rights than the victims, survivors. Preached it for
He's
years.
right.
Things have to be changed. And that I think would be the same for a stalker that's
Yep.
making your life miserable for 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
My
you need
heart's
to have
racing.
tougher laws.
Sorry. Mm-hmm.
Need to have tougher laws. But you came out of it and you seem to
I
be,
am.
yeah.
I'm
So
smiling
you
for
won.
this.
You won over
I
that
won.
person.
Yeah.
You won.
And on a cheerier note, life's good. I mean, I'm not keeping well, but that's just, as I explained in your chat the other day, that's just due to my other health conditions. But the sun's shining in the UK today, and life, I've got a lovely family, lovely friends, and I'm starting to build up friendships with people online. So there is good people out there, but there's a hell of a lot of bad people. Sorry for saying hell, Carla.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've said worse. I've said worse. I have. You've heard me. I've said worse. Sometimes I get upset. Sometimes I get like upset, and I come out with I cuss. So don't
Well,
feel
my
bad.
face is
Hell
too
is
close.
nothing compared to what I have said. So, but yeah,
So what else?
thank you so
What
much
else can
for.
we have a blather about?
I can blather about anything. So, how was the outbreak of the coronavirus in your neck of the woods?
Oh, it's scary. Our death toll in Scotland is not that high compared. Obviously, we're a smaller country,
Mm-hmm.
but however, I've heard, and Simon, I wonder if you can back me up, that military are starting to eh, be retrained on how to deal with the virus, an outbreak. So I'm wondering if Simon's heard anything.
I think Simon's from the United States, Carrie.
Oh, sorry, I thought he was from the UK. Sorry.
Is there anybody from the UK in here? But I think Simon is, yeah, I think Simon is from the United
Sorry.
States. That's okay. Don't worry about it.
I
I
thought
thought
he was
maybe
from
you
the
did.
UK.
I thought maybe you didn't know. Is there anybody from the UK in
No.
here? I don't know. We do occasionally get people in here from the UK, but there's not too many people in here this morning. So, but thank you for sharing.
You know,
Thank you so much for sharing your story. But we've only had in Pittsburgh, where I live, had 6 cases, so I feel
yeah.
kind of safe,
Mhm.
But
I think,
I go ahead.
sorry, Carlos.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I didn't mean
I
to
think
interrupt.
what's happening is the media is scaremongering a lot of people. And don't get me wrong, we've got to follow our guidelines by the medical professionals. However, the virus, a lot of people can fight off. It's the strain of the COVID-19 that's dangerous to people with immune illnesses and high
All
risk
right.
groups and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. But
Yeah.
I won't stay chatting too long because you've got a chat to keep going with, and I'm not wanting to bore anyone.
Oh, you're fine. Um, I think good news today was that China has not reported any more new cases. So I think it
Brilliant.
needs to run its course here,
hmm
and then
hmm
we'll be okay. But it needs to run its course. I mean, there's going to be high risk people, and there's probably going to be more deaths, and which is sad.
Can
But
I
we
ask
just
a
have to be.
question?
Yes.
What what made you do a channel? What made you do YouTube?
You know what? I was doing little videos before, and then I don't know. I just decided to try it one time. Sorry, my hair is like, and then I decided to try it, and I decided I liked it, so I just started going and doing it. So, not any reason in particular. Just I don't go out much, and it's kind of my way of connecting with people. And
Mm-hmm.
I try to, you know, connect with people in a good way, in a positive way. I've had some
hmm
drama go on my channel, which I'm trying to
I've noticed.
steer away
hmm
from. I'm trying to make it more, friendly and people feel welcome in here. And, you know,
Now, don't get me wrong. We all love a little gossip.
oh, of
We
course, we're
all
women.
love drama. We do. We watch
Oh,
soaps or soap operas with
oh, of
drama.
course, of
We
course.
all love it.
I'm like, I watch it. I just don't want the meanness. I
No
don't want
nastiness,
the
though. No
hatefulness. I don't
nasty.
want the nastiness.
No.
I don't want people fighting,
Mm-mm.
because
No.
I think people can be kind to each other without being nasty. And we can all have different opinions about things.
Yeah,
And
just agree to disagree. At the end of the day, what I find deplorable is when people do the calls. We call it social services, you call it CPS. Is it child protection services
yes,
in America?
yeah.
By what happened to the other YouTubers that were swatted, that was
Mhm. Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
I have no words. I have no
yeah.
words.
No, it's yeah, it's serious. That's serious. And I actually went to my police department and warned them about that because I was so embarrassed to go, but he said, because I was threatened to be doxxed.
hmm
And I said, this is what is happening on YouTube, and I just want to give you a heads up in case you ever get a call. I don't think it'll ever happen, but you know,
hmm You have to. You've got to protect you and your family.
um, Simon says, I agree. This may shock a few people, but I believe that once somebody without a doubt has been convicted sexual illegal acts, they should be terminated instantly, save taxpayers money. Yeah, because
Well,
it's not an incurable, like it's an incurable
yeah,
thing, you know.
it's something that's inbred in them that will never ever change. Sexual predators will always be that type of person. There's no rehabilitation to change.
And
I must admit.
it changes their victim forever. It changes their
Yeah.
victim forever. They never get over it. You
In
know,
America, I must admit, you're a lot better with your justice system than we are in the UK. We're far too soft in the UK. Far too soft. They get
yeah,
5 years, Carla. 5 years, and they get out into the community after abusing a child and a baby. That's
no, that's it. Yeah. I think any child that's abused, I mean, they should automatically be away from
eradicated. That's
society.
my
Let
view.
them
Yep.
go. And I don't believe in protective custody either. I mean,
No.
I don't.
No.
I really think put them in with the put them all together. Let them kill each other. You know what I mean? Like,
And in my previous job, I worked with sexual offenders, and they would come back into the community, and they would be out placed near schools, across the road from a school, down the road from an area filled with children. They would be sentenced to, at the most, 5 years, sent out into the community again, and then reoffend again.
yeah. Well, that happens here all the
Where's
time. Simon says, Carrie, so glad you ended up with a silver lining around your cloud.
Thank you. Thank you. I did. I won everything. I just,
Noni May
my
says, still here,
advice,
ladies. Had to grab a cup of coffee. I agree with
my
that too,
advice to
says Mandy.
anyone.
Sexual predators' mindsets do not change. They will always
No,
be like that. And a
no,
pedophile is a pedophile, and I don't believe there's any cure for that either. And I think
yeah,
that we need to protect our children.
we do. I mean, I'm a mum. I think I've put in chat, my daughter is nearly 24 in April, and she's studying medicine. And anybody hurts her, I'm sorry, I would do time for.
Yeah,
um,
I think we
I
all would.
just would. We all
Yeah,
would.
I think even for my grandchildren, and I have grandchildren, I have 10 of them. I think anybody hurt any one of my
Ten.
grandchildren. I have 10. Well, because this is my second marriage, so we've got
Right.
kids,
So
you
you've
know,
got
together.
blended
Um,
family.
yeah, a blended family, but I consider them all my
Yeah.
grandchildren. And if anyone, I swear to God, if anyone abused any one of my grandchildren, I would go into the courtroom and I think I would kill the person.
Same.
I really do, because I know they're
Yeah.
gonna have years and years, and I would go to jail. I
I
seriously,
know.
I would.
And there's some reformers that fight for sexual predators and offenders.
Oh
I
my
just
God.
don't get their mentality. I don't get it.
Oh,
And
no, that's
people believe
bleeding
in
hearts,
castration.
bleeding hearts.
Castration does not work.
No, it
Taken,
doesn't.
it doesn't,
I
because
don't
it's
think
all in
it's
here.
sexual. It's all about, well, I don't, it is
It's
sexual,
power.
the
It's
pedophiles.
power. It's power as well. Power and control.
Going to get
And
a
I
coffee.
had a Yeah, I had a tenant that was a predator, and he had a stroke, and he turned around and said to myself and other workers that worked with him, we had to work in twos, 2 people per visit, because he was dangerous. And he said himself, it doesn't matter what you would do to my nether region, you know, the down below area, it's in my head. It's what I am, and I can't help my thoughts. My thoughts are like that, and I just, none of us that don't, we just don't understand, or we can't comprehend what thoughts paedophiles have, and I just don't think they should be allowed in the community. Is there not some states in America that have housing schemes that they all live in a big housing scheme? Sorry, I can't see chat. That I can't remember what state it is. Carla, you might be able to help. Sorry, excuse me a minute. I'm just going to have a quick drink. Oh, this talking. I'm a chatterbox. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Carrie. I had to go for a coffee.
Excuse me. I just had a little drink. Sorry, I was saying, is
Go
there
ahead.
not
Continue.
some states in America that they house all the predators together? I can't
They,
remember what.
I think, I don't know how it works in the prison system because I'm
Yeah.
not familiar with it. But if it were me, would be no such thing as protective custody.
No,
I would just put
no.
them all together and say, they call it, what is it? Rough justice. Let them do
Yeah,
the rough justice
yeah.
and jail. I think that would be true justice. So,
Well, another time, if I ever come to chat, if your chatters or your friends, because it's Carla and friends now,
yeah.
I will chat about what happened to my sister-in-law the next time. I think I've been doom and gloom with what's happened today. I want to try and be a
Oh,
little
you're
bit
fine. You're
happier.
fine. You're fine. People are interested in, I mean, there's like here, like I said, we never know what we're going to talk about from day to day, and you're just fine. If you want to talk about it today, that's fine too. Slip a
Well,
little gin in the tea. Simon says, slip a little gin in your tea.
oh, I wish. Oh, a nice. I like vodka, so anything with vodka.
Yeah, all our state stores are closed here where they sell.
I heard that. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness! Imagine
Well,
not being able to go
in
out.
this state, anyways. I don't know about other states, but where I am, you can't go and get a bottle of vodka here. I don't know about beer though. I mean, maybe the beer. I think in the grocery store there's wine that might be all bought up too now.
Get some. Hmm.
Yeah, I might
You
get a
need
bottle of wine. I might get a bottle
what
of
I
wine.
meant. What I meant to say to you yesterday. You need to open a little shop for all your homemade gifts. I would like to purchase.
Hmm. You don't have to purchase. I'll send you whatever you want.
Oh no, because you could put the money to charity or to anything that you would like
Yeah,
to
that's
do.
true. That's like I sent somebody something and she wanted to know how much I wanted for it, and I said I didn't want anything. I just wanted to give whatever
Oh.
she thought it was worth to her favorite
Mhm.
charity, because to me that's everybody gets something out of it. You know what I mean? I get the pleasure
Yeah.
of giving something to someone, they get the pleasure of getting something they want, and whatever charity they like gets the the money
It's called.
for their charity. But I think
It's
that's a good
called.
idea.
Yeah. Is it not called paying it forward or playing it for?
Yeah, paying
Yeah,
it
that's it.
forward.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
because
So
why not?
you had a good panel yesterday. I enjoyed Ems and Ginger Lot's mum. They're both lovely, aren't they?
Oh, they are, and their chat.
Mhm.
I don't know if you're subscribed to their channels. They
I
both
am.
have
I
great,
am.
yeah, they have
Yeah.
great channels too, and they're both lovely. Um,
I like positive people.
yes,
Don't
yes.
get me wrong. I like drama too. I'm
Oh,
not
we
gonna
all
lie.
do. We all do
I
get
like
into
it.
a little bit of drama sometimes. I'm
But
trying to like
when it
stay
comes to
kind of away.
personal stuff, no.
No,
When it
no.
comes to hurting you, no, no. I
Or
don't believe in
meanness.
that.
I don't like the
Yeah.
meanness, and I don't like the name calling, and I don't like the fighting. I think we can all get along. I mean, if we
Yeah.
absolutely don't get along with someone in my chat, we can block them and don't even have to
Mhm.
see them. Just click on their name and block them. How is
Has
your
everyone been able to understand me today, Carla? Have you been
um
okay with my accent?
has
Oh,
everybody
you
been able
struggled
to understand Carrie? Press one, please, and I'll let her know. I think they have,
because I've
no, because
panicked.
I've been getting some feedback. So I think everybody's your accent isn't as pronounced as some accents I've heard, but and I really enjoy listening to you because I love the Scottish accent.
I live near
Yeah, people.
Edinburgh, Carla.
Simon says yes, he can understand you,
Mm.
and I can too.
Thank you. Well, I
Sometimes
live
if you
near
talk
Edinburgh.
fast, and Mandy says she can understand you too.
Thank you, Mandy.
Everybody
You've
understands
got
you.
lovely mods in here too. They're lovely.
I know. I like I every if you're a moderator in here, it's because I really trust you and you know, like you.
Oh, it's nice to come into a chat room where you're welcomed by the creator. It, other chatters chat to you, they don't ignore you. You could chat about everything, like everyday life, and nobody judges you or makes you feel like you shouldn't be there. And that's
Right.
why I keep coming back.
Well, I'm so glad you do, and I'm glad you do. I
No,
try to. Sometimes when there's a lot of people in here, I will
it's
miss
hard.
someone here and there, and I will try to, I will try to welcome them in here because I think if you take time out of your day to spend a little time with me, I should appreciate it and appreciate you. And I really appreciate you coming up and sharing your story. I know it was hard to tell.
Thank you.
I could
It's
tell.
been
You got,
hard.
you know, it's hard
No.
to, it's sometimes hard to relive difficult moments
Mm.
in our lives. I think
I
a
was
lot of us,
diagnosed with complex PTSD due to everything that happened, and the psychologist wanted to put me on medication, and I think talking, as you can tell, everyone, I'm a chatterbox. So
Kathy
talking's my
Bradley
therapy.
said, I had to leave for a while. I am behind. Did Carrie know her stalker? Did you know your
Yes,
stalker? Yes, she did.
yes, yeah.
Yes, she
It
did,
was a
Kathy.
family member of the. It was a family member of the tenant that I reported for abuse. She slipped up. She let it slip to a friend of mine. So yes, I know who it is.
And
But
she
she's
did.
protected
And she stalked her, Kathy, for 4 years.
4 years,
4 years she was stalked, and her life
and
was
it
made a
resulted
living
in
hell.
it resulted in a court case that I won, and I've won every allegation made against me. So
And they
yes,
protected her stalker more than they protected
yeah,
her, which really
yeah.
sucks. But I
And
think
there's
that's
no.
not uncommon.
It is hard, Carla. There's no support groups for victims of stalking. There's no support.
That's interesting. I would think there would be,
There's not,
I would think there
and
would be.
it's not just stalking in my case, but there's women in domestic violence relationships that leave their partner and their partners stalk them, and the men are protected. I
Wow.
don't get it. I just don't get it.
No, but I think the accused in this country too, in the United States, are protected more than the victims, anyways. Like, they have, their lawyers, and just everybody's protected except the victims, I think, in this country. It's just my opinion.
Because
I mean, I just believe that that's how it works.
and because I've never been in a court of law in my life, apart from being a witness to an event, my legs, I thought I was going to faint because when they say your name, your legs just feel like they're going to go underneath because you're not used to being in a position like that. But
No,
when the
I
judge
can't imagine.
agreed with everything and agreed with my lawyer that what happened to me was a miscarriage of justice, was the best day in my life. Honest, apart from having my daughter, it was a bit, and getting married, it was the third best day in my life.
Well, I've enjoyed having you up here. I mean,
I'm going to go and leave you to get on with
no,
the
no,
rest of
no,
your
you're
chat.
fine. You're
You
fine.
sure?
You
I
don't
don't want to
have
keep you
yes,
back.
no,
I don't
you're
want to keep you
fine.
back.
Don't go. I'm enjoying having you up here.
Right. Is anybody wanting to ask a question, or
Does
does
anybody want to
anybody want
ask
to know
Carrie a
anything?
question about anything? Anything. It doesn't have to just be
Anything?
about
Yeah. It could be
stalking.
about
It could
sex.
be
It
about
could be about
her
second
country,
marriages.
Scotland. Hey,
Scotland.
do men really wear skirts in Scotland?
They wear kilts and
Hell,
they don't wear underwear underneath.
they don't wear underwear underneath their kilts in Scotland. There we go. That was my number one question.
Yeah. They let the wind blow free on their down nether regions.
Wow, that must be
Mhm.
comfortable for them. But did they wear them all the time?
They only wear them now for weddings or special occasions.
Okay. And they don't
And
wear underwear under their kilts.
no, and the
Kathy says
material.
Carrie is so sweet. Good morning, Gingerlock's
Oh,
mom.
thank you, thank you. I was so scared people would be like, "Oh no."
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh,
And
I'm
I'm
just
glad.
a worrier.
No,
I'm a worrier.
you're fine. You're fine. You're doing fine. And thank you so much for sharing your story. I mean,
No
it's something
problem,
that people
Carla.
don't share a lot. Like, it's hard to
Mhm,
share sometimes stories about
mhm.
stalking and domestic abuse and stuff like that is we need to talk about more. Probably
Yes, I agree.
people
There's
that
a
are,
lot of women been through experiences of domestic violence,
yes,
and
there has.
you're right. I've not came across any other chat that like yourself that I've been able to talk about my experience.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh, no problem.
It's been therapy today to talk
Does
about
we
it.
get it out and talk about it,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
it's cathartic.
yeah,
Um, I like meeting. Becky says I like meeting people from all over the world. I agree, Becky.
same.
So now we all know. Now we all know that under the kilts they wear nothing. They don't wear underwear.
No, they don't. And do you know what they do at weddings? They all lift up their kilts like Braveheart. Have you seen Braveheart the movie?
Braveheart. No, I haven't. No, I think
Mel,
I might have a long time ago
right.
with Mel Gibson.
They all lift up the front and they all lift up the back of their kilts at weddings.
Oh wow! I need to go to a Scottish wedding, guys.
Oh, Scottish weddings are like Irish weddings. They go on for days.
Do they really?
Lots of alcohol.
Um, Gingerlock's mom had an
Mhm.
Irish wedding, and she told me the same thing. She goes, "We the Irish know how to party."
The
Uh,
Irish and the Scottish and the Welsh all know how to party.
Gingerlock's mom said, "I am very much well aware that nothing goes under the kilt. I think I found out the
Mhm.
hard way."
Yeah.
Well, I always
Mhm.
wanted to ask that. Like, what did they wear
Mhm.
under their kilts?
What's
Boxers
more
or briefs?
embarrassing? What's more embarrassing if there's not much to be seen?
Seriously,
It's like this.
seriously.
Wee Willie Winky.
Yes, yes, yes. At least if they got pants on, underwear on, they could like pretend to put a sock in there or
Mhm.
something. But if they don't wear nothing, it's like, oh, I open. Wow, I'm learning something every day.
Well, Carla, I went to one wedding and the groom wore his future wife, well, his wife's thong.
Oh, really? Wow.
Mm.
So did you have a big wedding?
I've told you and everyone in chat, I'm on my second happy
Okay.
marriage. And the first time we eloped, my first husband and I eloped. He was in the forces, he was in the British Army.
Okay.
And my parents didn't approve and didn't speak to me for 2 years
Oh my
when I got
goodness.
married.
Hi,
They were
Katrina.
not happy. So second time, I met I actually met my husband when I was younger, and you've seen the film. I think it's Gwyneth Paltrow where if things were to change, you would meet again. You know, is it cross? Can't remember the title, but your paths were meant to cross, and they keep crossing, but you've just not got together yet. Someone in chat will remember the movie I'm trying to describe. Uh, anyway, our paths were always meant to cross, and they did cross. And he's the love of my life, honestly.
Uh,
His
that's
name's
great.
Craig.
His
His
name's
name's
Craig.
Craig. hmm And he's a true Scots. He's worse than me with an accent. He's really broad,
Is he?
and he's a dad to 4 children. He's been married before, so I've got 4 stepchildren, 2 boys, 2 girls, and
Mm-hmm.
they're all teenagers.
Okay.
17, 16, 14, and 13.
Wow. Did they all live with you?
No, they live with their mum, and they
Okay.
come at the weekends for their
Okay.
and we share like financial, that side of things.
Mm-hmm.
And they come for their dinner and they could stay when they want, and it's their home, just like they're living with their mum. My husband tried to get custody, but because he was working, he couldn't do what the ex-wife was able to give them the care they needed, because my eldest stepson's autistic and
Okay.
he needs full-time care, and my
Okay.
husband wouldn't be able to afford giving up work to support them all plus look after his son. So we've got a lot of work with him, but he's a lovely lad. So yeah, we've got four teenagers as well as my daughter. So
Okay. And your
I
daughter's
know about
learning. Your daughter's learning, going,
24 soon.
and she's going.
24.
And she's studying to be
She's doing her
a doctor
nursing. She's
or a
doing her
nurse.
nursing degree. Yeah.
She's studying to be a nurse or a doctor.
She's in the other room, but I don't think she's brave enough to come and say hello.
Aw, tell her we won't bite. We
I
won't
know.
bite.
Her name's Bethany.
Hi, Bethany
I
from the
know, but
United
she won't
States.
come.
That's
I
okay.
know. I've said
That's
to her
okay.
I'm
I can
going live, and
understand.
she was
I
like,
can understand because some people are
mhm.
um nervous about being on camera. You know.
Yeah. But she's a love. You'll know everyone that are parents in the chat today knows the love that you feel when you have your baby, or it's not just mums that feel that love. Dads get forgotten sometimes too, and Craig's an amazing dad, and he's been a wonderful stepdad to my daughter, and I couldn't wish for a better
Yeah.
person in my life. So
Yeah, my husband too is my second husband, and he's been wonderful. He treats my kids like his kids.
yeah,
It's like when you find someone like a man that can, do that, I think you've got a
it's
prize.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got good men.
Yep, we do.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I don't regret my first marriage. I
I don't either,
got
or
my
I wouldn't have had my
children out of
daughter.
that marriage. So
Mhm.
you can
And
eat and
your
watch,
child,
Katrina. Katrina said
sorry.
she's hungry. Katrina said she's hungry. I said you can eat and watch. We won't
Well,
judge you.
well,
No
Katrina,
judging.
come to Scotland and have some mince and tatties.
What is that? What is that?
Uh,
Is that
you
like a
know what's
Scottish meal?
It's mince and Ginger Lock's mum maybe know what I'm meaning by mince and tatties, because the Irish generations like the same kind of dishes that we do as well.
She doesn't
And
like
it's more,
corned beef and cabbage. She said yesterday,
does
or
she not?
no, she does not like corned beef and cabbage. Um,
Right. I
so
love corned beef. I put in your chat the other day corned beef stovies. That's another Scottish dish.
I have
That
no idea what that is.
right. Uh, you know corned beef,
I know what corned beef
potatoes,
is, yes.
right? Potatoes, onions,
Mm-hmm.
a bit of spring leek,
Okay.
gravy, all mashed together when the potatoes are cooked. Add the corned beef last, mash it all together, salt and pepper. Feeds a family up to 10 and it's delicious.
Oh, okay. I don't
We
know.
have
I've
to
never
do
heard of it.
recipes.
It's all what we were raised on, what we're used to, I guess.
Mhm. What's a
So
traditional American dish? What's
cheeseburger and fries, meatloaf, and mashed
all right?
potatoes and gravy. I don't
Right.
know. What do you guys think American dishes? Apple pie.
What's an American dish?
What's an American dish that we all love?
I'll have to
It has
watch
a
that later on it.
cheeseburger. I love prime
Right,
rib on
right.
steak.
Oh, I like
I'm like,
ribs.
my husband loves ribs too.
Mm. Chinese
Um,
too.
Simon just checked out Katrina's channel. Looked awesome, and congrats to the awesome channel. Katrina, I think, does readings. She does
Oh,
spiritual. I don't know if she uses cards or Katrina. I've been to your channel. I'm subscribed to her channel, but I think she does readings, and it's very interesting. I've never gotten my reading done.
I have.
I'm
I
always
have.
late because she's on like in the middle of the night sometimes, while I'm sleeping. So I'm never there in time to get a reading. But maybe one of these days I'll make it there.
Yes, get one,
I'll make it
Carla.
there.
Katrina,
I would
would
love
you?
to.
Yeah, could Katrina not come on and do a live readings for us one day if we gave Carla some super? Is it super chats or snap? Super chats, isn't it? I'd pay for a reading. I believe in spiritualism. I'm a believer in ghosts and
Yeah,
things
and
like that.
she does like some awesome readings. But yeah, I
Mhm.
would love to get a reading done.
Does
Uh,
anybody believe in ghosts or experience with
I
ghosts?
do. I'm a
I
big
do.
paranormal. I watch all those paranormal channels,
So they are.
Ed
Yeah.
Files, and all that stuff.
Have a
I
look
don't.
on
Have you ever
YouTube.
seen a ghost? Have you ever
Yes.
you seen a ghost? Have you
Well,
really?
I've seen a shadow. I've not actually seen, like, how can I explain it? Have you ever had the feeling that someone's behind you and you turn and there's nobody there,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
but you feel a bit of breathing at the back of your neck?
Mm-hmm.
I've had that a few times.
I
And I've
After
seen like
my
a
mom
shadow.
passed away, I swear to God, my mom used to she used to brush my arm like
Oh.
really softly. Like my mother was really tiny lady, and when she didn't hug me, but she would brush my arm.
Mhm.
And I remember laying in bed one night, and I just felt like someone had brushed my arm, and to me, it reminded me
That's
of my
love.
mother. I don't know if it was in my mind, but I
There's your mum.
honestly thought
Mhm.
it felt like my mother was just saying, I'm here, I'm watching. But
Mhm.
who knows?
She
Um,
was there beside you,
but
Carla.
I do believe in it. I do believe there's spirits, and I watch paranormal channels all the time. I'm like crazy.
There's a
I
British.
want to believe. I want to believe that there's, something
To
beyond
everyone
here.
in chat, there's a program on YouTube that's a British one called Most Haunted. Has anybody seen it?
I don't know if I've ever seen that one.
Right. Have a look on YouTube, Carla. And they go to historical buildings all over Britain and
Mhm.
they have some, oh my goodness, chills.
Yeah, and Europe has a lot of
Mhm.
old houses and a lot of old
Yes, we
history.
do. We
So
do.
yeah, I believe that I think there's something other than what we know here, on this plane. I'd like
It's
to
too
think
a
I'm
big
going to see
planet.
my parents again,
Yeah.
my grandparents,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
I don't want to think that this is the end,
No,
that there's
no.
another
I'm
plane
the
somewhere.
same. I think that's our way of coping with losing the ones we love. If we believe in something,
Well, we
I'm
have
at
to,
you.
don't we?
Yeah,
I think
I
we
better
do.
get off and let you carry on. But I've taken too much of your time.
Oh no, you're fine. You're
You
fine. You're
sure?
absolutely fine. Yes,
Are
I'm
you getting sore
absolutely.
sitting on your seat?
Pardon me?
Are you not getting sore sitting too long me chatting?
You're fine. I'm enjoying my chat with you.
Oh, thank
Um,
you.
yeah.
Thanks for always being so lovely.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Like I said,
We appreciate you.
we never know what we're gonna talk about from
Mhm.
day to day. It just let things roll, and people usually bring up whatever they're gonna bring up. So,
I would love Katia. Is it Katia to come and do readings one day? I would love that.
Katrina is her name.
Katrina,
Katrina
sorry.
Katras. Yes,
Katrina.
Katras. She does. Yeah, she does, and she's beautiful. She's a beautiful, beautiful lady. And
I'll
but
need to
she's
go
on
into her
so late. I
channel.
think a lot of times she's on like at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm sound asleep at that time. So I've never been there early enough to get a reading, but I would
Mhm.
love to get there one time. Maybe I'll set my alarm one of these times and actually make it to her channel when she's on. Because I think you have
So,
to put your
right.
name,
Yeah,
on a
down for
list,
it.
and then she goes through her list. But yeah,
So,
she's quite popular.
where's, where's your favourite country to go on holiday, Carla?
Um, Gee, well, I go to Canada every year, so
Right.
I do go to Canada every year. So, um, I would like to go to Australia. I
Right.
would like to go there, and one of these days I will make it there. I'm not
Mhm.
looking forward to a 13-hour flight, but
No, no.
I would like to go there.
Mhm.
How about
It's a
you?
believe it or not, my favourite country is Turkey. I always go back.
Do you
Oh,
really?
a few of my family members are married and friends are married to Turkish people.
Okay.
So that's one of my favourite countries. Any
Is
country I would love to come to is America. I would love to come to your country.
Oh, well, come. You can stay at my house. I'll cook for
I'll
you.
just turn that.
I'll cook for you meatloaf and mashed potatoes.
Yeah. I'll
Um,
bring my suitcase.
isn't it Turkey dangerous though? Isn't it this
It is at the
time?
moment. It is at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think all countries with the way things are a bit risky, aren't
Canada
they?
is darn cold. Yes, Canada's cold, but they
Hmm.
get a summer. It is cold when you
So
go
is
up north.
Scotland.
Is Scotland cold too? Do you get snow in Scotland?
Yep.
Do you really?
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
goodness. See, I'm not
We
very
get
educated as far as where Scotland is.
right. Right. I'm not great at geography. Sorry, but Scotland today it's lovely. We're about 16 degrees today. That's a warm day. However, our hottest day, we're lucky to get about 32, 33 degrees. Not hot.
That's in Celsius, correct?
Yeah.
Or is that, yeah, Celsius.
Oh,
So
I'm not great with temperatures, but it's not
yeah,
the warmest.
16 is in the 60s, I
Right.
believe, in Fahrenheit. Yeah, I have to figure that. Because Canada is Celsius and it's, kilometers and all that. So I figured out how to kind of figure out what the temperature is
If
with that.
anyone comes to Scotland, bring your welly boots.
Your
Your
whaley boots?
Wellingtons or your welly boots.
Is that
You
rubber
know, boots.
boots?
Yep.
Why
Rubber
does it rain a
boots,
lot?
welly boots. Yep. Most
Okay.
days. I
Yeah,
think
that's another
like
thing I heard
Ireland.
about that you have very rainy weather in
Hmm. Yep.
Scotland. So you
We
say
can
it
have.
rain.
Sorry, Carla.
Go ahead.
Am I too chatty? Sorry.
No, 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 no. Go ahead.
We can have 4 seasons in one day. We can have snow, rain, sun, and wind all in one day.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's amazing.
I don't know why people come here.
Well, maybe
The
because
people,
because of the kilts.
the kilt,
They want to
and
see
the
what's under those
whiskey.
darn kilts.
Yep. And the whiskey. And the whiskey. They like the whiskey.
No, I always wondered if it was true that they actually worked. Well, I mean, did they go to work and stuff in them? No, I guess not. They wear
No.
pants and stuff, right?
The only way I could describe the feeling of the material, it's like a really heavy wool, but like scratchy, like itchy against the skin. The texture's not comfortable for men. It's really itchy. Sorry
That
if I'm
maybe that's why they
speaking
don't wear
Scottish.
underwear underneath because they
Yeah.
just need it to feel free under there.
Mhm. Yeah, they would need. And sorry if my Scottish slang people don't understand, like
Oh, you're
wellies or.
fine. You're fine. Simon says it's a cold, moist country.
Yes, it is. It is.
So it's
But
cold
we've got
most of the time.
it is, yeah. But one good thing I could promote if I was promoting tourism is the people. We've got beautiful scenery, beautiful loads of castles and historical all over Britain. We've got loads of historical places to visit. You'll always get a brilliant night out. We know how to party, and you'll get the biggest hugs when you, apart from the virus, now.
I'm
We're
sold.
very
I'm
huggy
going to
people.
visit Scotland. I'm sold just for the pubs.
So to Scotland.
But
And you're
yeah,
greeted with a whiskey.
but you know what? Yeah, and the historical buildings too. There's probably haunted places there too.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
I bet
totally.
you. Yep.
Yep.
So I would
I'm
like
trying
that.
to
I
think
would like stay in
what
a
else.
haunted hotel or something.
Yeah.
That would be
We
fun.
do a lot of murder mystery weekend breaks as well. You would if you like murder mystery breaks.
The what? Excuse me, I didn't
A
understand.
murder a murder mystery break. Where
Oh
you
yeah, murder mystery. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, that would be fun. Actually, I did one. My husband and I went to one here one time. It was a
right,
lot of fun. A murder mystery dinner party, and it was a lot of
right.
fun. We had a blast. We had to figure
As you
out
were
who the
seeing the
murderer was.
background, the
Pardon me?
sun shining.
I
As you're
see
seeing the
that. It's
background,
very,
the sun
very bright
shining.
there. It's very
Mm.
bright. It's very
It
bright.
doesn't happen often.
The sun is not shining here. It's kind of gloomy here today.
Right.
It rained almost all night last night, so it was awful. But yeah,
So, who's your favourite person to follow? Who would, if you had the chance to recommend to someone that didn't know YouTube, who would you say to go that would be everything you could look for in a channel?
what do you mean, like everything?
Like
Um,
drama, chats, entertainment, happiness, everything combined.
I would say Ginger Locke's mom is one of my favorite channels. I love her.
Yep.
I just love
Mm-hmm.
her because she does really good videos. She's
Mm-hmm.
sweet as pie.
It
Um,
is.
she she's not mean. She doesn't have a mean bone in her
No,
body. She
no.
engages with everybody. And yeah, she would have to be one of my, yeah, I would say my favorite. Hi, Monica.
She
Scotland
oozes.
calls me in my dreams. I will visit one day, Monica
Oh,
says.
well, send me a message. Come to Edinburgh. You would have a good time.
Is that where you are in Edinburgh? In
I'm
Edinburgh?
not far away from Edinburgh.
Okay. So do you live in
Mhm.
a house in the country or you live right in the
I
town?
how how can I live in a town.
Okay.
Um, I live in a street filled with a lot of young married couples that are just starting out. When I moved to my area, the majority was older people, and a lot of the older generations passed away, and a lot of young people are coming into the town.
Right.
So it's very, it, a lot of shops are closing because of online shopping. So our town's struggling at the moment,
Is Susan
just like
Boyle from
everywhere.
Scotland? Is Susan Boyle from
Yes, yes,
Scotland?
yes,
She's
yep,
your claim to fame, Susan Boyle.
yep.
I love
She's
her
2 hours
voice.
away from me. 2 hours.
Is she? Because I was going to say, she sounds a lot like you when she did
Mhm.
that Britain's Got
X
Talent.
X Factor. Yeah, oh, Britain's Got Talent. She did. Yeah,
Where did she say she was from? Was it Glasgow or
she's
something?
from Airdrie, I think. If
I don't
is it
know.
Airdrie?
I can't remember
I'll
what
have
she said.
no,
Thank
but
you
she's not far
guys.
away.
Yeah, I thought it was Scotland she was from. I wasn't sure.
Did you see the audience member that always gets pointed out when you see the disgraced face of the person in the audience when they saw Susan
Oh,
Boyle walk out onto the
when she
stage?
rolled her eyes. Yes,
Hmm.
yes. She must be.
I wouldn't like to
She
be that woman.
No, I know they always show it,
Mhm.
and every time I
Mhm.
go, because I go and watch it every time because I just love Simon when he's like this, and he's like, it looks
Mhm.
like he's in love with her, and yeah, and then they show her all the time in the audience, and she's like, yeah, because she said, I want to be a professional singer, and she goes, she rolls her
Like
eyes, and
that.
then she starts to sing, and she's got this beautiful voice.
Oh, beautiful. I love
Yeah.
musicals, musical theatre, and Les Miserables is my favourite. And she came on the
Oh my
stage
God,
and
she sang that
it was
song. It was
amazing.
so beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And she just belted out that tune, and it
Yeah,
was
she did.
great.
Have
She
you
did a great job.
heard of Have you heard of Alfie Boe?
Who?
He's a British Alfie Boe,
No.
Alfieboe. He does a lot of musical theatre all over, and his voice, oh,
What
goosebumps.
was he?
Music,
Was he on?
musical theatre,
Okay. Was he on a talent show or something?
yeah.
Okay. Was he
X
on Britain's
Factor, I
Got
think.
Talent?
X Factor,
Oh, X Factor, the
mm,
Britain one,
yeah,
British one.
the Britain one. He's
Okay.
amazing. Do you
Well,
like reality TV, Carla?
do I like what?
TV.
About as reality as I get is YouTube. I haven't watched TV so long. I mean, I just, I'm on YouTube so much that I just hardly ever watch TV anymore. It's
That's
crazy.
like a soap opera.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you can, and anything you want on here is here. It's just here, no
Mhm.
matter what. If it's drama, you can find it. If it's tutorials to learn how to do something, you can find it. If it's You can even watch something came up on my feed last night is watching someone sleep.
What?
I was watching someone sleep. Come sleep with me, it was called. And it's just this guy sleeping in a bed. I mean, it's just crazy. Whatever you want, it's on here. It's craziness.
One of the Miss, is it Miss F and Wonderful?
Miss
She
fucking
a lot
wonderful.
of people. Yeah, I wasn't wanting to swear. um, a lot of people when she did a charity stream. A lot of
Right.
people. There was 500 people watching her
Oh,
sleep.
she has 1,000 people in there sometimes.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Yeah, she does.
She's reality TV.
Yeah, she is. She is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No
And I go
comment.
there sometimes. I watch her. I
She could be nice, but she snaps very quickly.
Oh, she can
She
be
could be
nice, but she
lovely
can
one
be
minute.
mean.
I know.
So,
But one good thing about her, she doesn't put up with nonsense.
oh
Neither do
no, she
you.
doesn't.
Neither do you.
And she doesn't care either. Like if someone
No,
doesn't like her, she's like,
no.
I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm
Get
not
out.
like that.
Get out.
If someone doesn't like
No,
me, I'm like,
no.
why? How come
No,
you
I'm the
don't like
same.
me?
I'm too much of a people pleaser. It upsets me if people don't
Yeah,
like me.
me too. It affects me more than it should. Like,
Mm-hmm.
even when people make fun of me or make fun of my
Mm-hmm.
looks or whatever, it does bother me. But I'm
Carla, you're a
okay.
beautiful woman. You're beautiful.
Well, I don't think that, but
And
I come on
do you
anyways.
know
I
what?
come on and I show myself, but
Yeah.
but
One day
yeah.
I'll come on when I look better. I'm not looking too great
Oh,
today,
you're
so
fine. You're fine. We don't care in here what people look like. That's the thing.
no.
That's why I said go on camera, but show yourself. People, I think,
Yeah.
appreciate that too when you actually, show yourself. The
Mm-hmm.
people they get to know you more. It's
Mm-hmm.
like
Well,
it's
what I'll do is I'll go for now. I'll join you in chat and I'll speak to you again, hopefully one day.
anytime you want to come up.
But thank you so
Hey,
so
thank
much.
you for coming up and thank you for sharing your story. And I don't need proof. I absolutely believe you.
I'm happy to send it, Carla. If anybody, you know what people are like,
Oh, I
but
do.
if anyone wants it, I'm happy to send it to you.
You're
Okay?
fine. You're fine with me.
I
I
know,
I don't need proof.
but you know that I'm happy to do that
I know that you
because
are,
people do
and
chat.
I
Yeah.
I appreciate that, but I don't need it. So
Okay.
you just take
Thank you
care
so
and
so
you come
much.
back up.
Lots of
Come
love,
back.
and I'll chat in the chat.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank
Love
you.
you.
Bye. Love
Bye.
you too. Bye.
Oh, that was an interesting story she had to tell. And I appreciate her telling her story. I don't need proof though. Um, it was nice listening to you, Carrie, says Mandy, and sharing your story. Yeah, it was nice. Um, I don't, you don't hear about people getting stalked that often anymore. And well, I guess there is stalkers on YouTube, but I don't know. We hear more about the swatting and the what do you call it? The CPS calls. Yes, she is a very sweet lady. I really enjoyed it. And now I know what goes under kilts. Nothing. Simon, when I meet you, wear a kilt. She says they lift up the front and they lift up the back. Oh, I'm just joking. Oh, that'll get shown off somewhere. Somebody will have recorded that. Say I'm a terrible person. Oh my goodness. So what are you guys up to today? Anybody doing? I think I might take a ride in my car. I want to see what it's like outside, like the traffic is like outside. Like if there's like a lot of traffic or not a lot. I'm kind of craving a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. You're fine, Carrie. You're fine. You're fine. You looked fine. So I think I might take a ride in my car and just like drive around, see what I want to go to the mall because I'm used to seeing like a bunch of cars at the mall. So I might drive down to the mall. I might just go for a drive just for the hell of it. Nothing but nuts, Carla. Nothing under the Mandy. Mandy's a cutie pie. You can come up here again sometime and show herself. Mandy's been up on my panel. Maybe Simon will grace me with his presence one of these days. Who knows? You and your McMuffin. I know. I'm like crazy about them. I always buy two and I like heat them up the next day. I don't know why. I was more worried about McDonald's closing because I couldn't get my egg McMuffin, my sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. That was nerve wracking. However, I did it. Thanks you so much. Oh, I hope I made you feel comfortable, Carrie, and I hope my chat was, they were all kind to you. They were all very supportive. So no worries. You don't have to worry. Everybody's fine. Fine and dandy. You are beautiful, Mandy. I know. She kept thinking that Simon was British. I had to tell her that he's American. That was cute. Is it because of his name that you thought he was British? I don't know. That's funny. That's funny, though. Carrie, you're lovely. No worries, Simon says. See? Hi, O'Clancy. Good morning. Day 8 of our We Feel Good. Kind of embarrassed how nice this has been so far. Yeah, Clancy. So you've only got what, 6 more days of isolation? Good morning, Kim. How are you? Yes, isolation because Clancy was in Italy on a vacation, so they're in self-isolation. You're feeling good though, right? You guys aren't sick or anything. I have seen another Simon who is British. That's why I made the mistake. That's fine. No worries. No worries at all. So how are you guys today? Anybody doing anything exciting? I'm going to go for a drive in my car and see what the traffic's like outside. And I want to see what's up in the grocery store. I have seen another sign. Okay. I'm sorry. I reread that. So anybody doing anything exciting today? I am going to, yes, I am. I am definitely going to go for a drive in my car and I'm going to set up my phone and go live. Only 6 more days, oh Clancy, but it's good that you're enjoying it. Yeah, she's at a lake house or something, so she's doing good. I'm worried about my daughter's husband's mother. She's got walking pneumonia, and I'm just praying that she doesn't, you know, not contract anything. She needs her McMuffin fix. I do. I really, seriously, I do. I'm going. Maybe I'll take you along for my sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. I might just do that because I'm just that crazy. I don't know why. I just love them. It's funny though, in the grocery stores, like I used my bank card, and as soon as I used it, they were like wiping down the whole bank machine. They wiped down the whole thing where where the belt was. Um, After everybody cruising with Carla. Yeah, that's what I can call that. Cruising with Carla. Cool. Tec- Technically, just 8 more days. We've been a little fatigued. Could it be from just doing a whole lot of nothing, stressing? You know what, O'Clancy? That's possible because lately, since I've been like staying home and not doing a whole lot, not going anywhere, I have felt more tired. I felt like exhausted, if that makes any sense. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. It's just crazy. Like the less you do, the more tired you get. It's crazy. I don't know why, but I think that's how it is. And if I didn't say hi to you, and you came in and I didn't say hi to you, it's not because I was ignoring you. I was paying attention to my panel guest, so, and her story, because her story fascinated me. 4 years of being stalked. Wow, that's amazing. Um, that, what are you talking about? The sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffins? Because they're my favorite. I could eat them every day. Honest to God. Maybe I'll just skip today though. I don't know. But I think I'm going to go for a ride in my car and just take my phone and just see what the roads are like. I don't know. I'll think about it. My husband doesn't want me leaving the house. He's like so worried because I had gotten a staph infection and he's all worried that it's for some reason he's worried about me. Um Technically just 8 more days. We've been a little fatigued. Could it be from yeah. I just read that. I'm such an idiot. Me too. Feeling blah from not being as active. I've been drinking a buttload of oh me too. Like a lot. A lot. And it's going in one end and coming out the other. Like I'm peeing like 17 times a day, which means I'm using a lot of toilet paper because I'm not a man. Man, they don't have to use toilet paper every time they go to the bathroom. I'm sick of being in the house. Exactly, Kim. It gets like that's why I want to go for a drive or something today because I'm just sick of being inside. It's kind of dull outside. It rained all night, but well, just to get out, maybe just see what it's like because I don't imagine there's going to be a lot of traffic out there. The feeling of fatigue, it's very real for so many throughout a crisis like this. It's just like I could sleep and I have been like napping in the afternoons. Like I'm not used to like sleeping this much. And I'm on later in the morning. Like I used to be up at like I don't even get up to make coffee for my husband. Like I stay in bed, but I've been coming on later. I haven't been going on as early. So it's just weird. It's just all around. It's a weird atmosphere all around. Even in the grocery store, you notice people are just like staying clear. Um, there's somebody where the carts are, they're wiping down every cart that everybody uses. It's just all crazy. It's really foggy here, but warm. It's warm here too. It's very warm, but it's uh, it's gloomy. It's gloom and doom. But we've only had when I checked the other day, it was 6 reported cases, and they said one was like a priest and one of his parishioners were tested positive. So I don't know. It's 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 going to have to run its course, folks. A lot of people are suffering now. A lot of people are financially suffering now. My husband can work from home if he needs to, and a lot of people in his office are going to be working from home. Because he works on a computer, so he can work anywhere. Yeah, it's warm here, but it's kind of like gloomy. It kind of fits the atmosphere, though, the gloomy part. It fits like how people are feeling, I think. I think people are probably starting to feel like a cabin fever kind of feel. You know what I mean? Like that you're stuck inside. So it's like there's not too many places you can go. You can't go to a bar. You can't go to, you can't go. Well, you can go to a restaurant, but at your own risk. And it's really foggy. Okay, I read that. Jeez, crazy. Yeah, I'm sick of being in the house too. I am. That's why I might go for a drive today. Just go for a drive. Just go. I don't even know where I go. I'm gonna drive up to the mall and just see, because it's gonna be weird to see a mall with no cars in it you know, in the middle of the week. That's just gonna be weird. I'm sorry. Supposed to be 78 and partly cloudy. I'm waiting for some sun. Wow, Mandy. That's warm. That's like summertime weather. And you know what? You know what I'm like bummed about? Swimming in the summer. Like, will the pools all be closed? Will the beaches all be closed? It's just, it's depressing. But I'm happy. I can be happy. I've been out since November, maybe 12 times because I have to have surgery and they don't want me sick. So they told me to stay in. But my old man is around 700 people and Carrie's at home. Yeah, exactly, Kim. And my husband too. Like he worries about me, but he's out and about every day. So he goes to the store, he's at work, he's around people. So I don't even need to go out to be exposed. You know what I mean? Like I could be exposed at home by my husband. So, but anyways, guys, I think I'm going to shut down. It's been an hour and a half. Carrie, I appreciate you coming up and telling your story. That's going to suck. My kids look forward to swimming during the summer. I do too. I know, but are they going to like close? I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. I really don't. I really don't. A lady in our group tested positive the day after her return, but the incubation period can be up to 14 days. Waiting till we have symptoms to see if you come down with it. Then new isolating starts. They had a really bad outbreak in Italy. And I know that's where you were, so I was like kind of worried about you. Oh, Clancy. So, but hopefully you're going to be all right, sending prayers. But anyways, guys, I'm going to shut down. It's been an hour and a half. Thank you all for spending this time with me. Thank you, Carrie, for sharing your story with us. That was wonderful. I know it was hard. Deadliest anywhere. Exactly. Exactly, Cole Clancy. And it sucks that was your like dream vacation. So I'm gonna shut down because somebody's calling. So love you guys. Bye.